It's the real. The real. It's the real. JT. It's the real. It's the real. It's the real. 504. JT. It's the real. It's the real. It's the real. 504. JT. I got something to say for those that's gonna hate. I'ma say it in the week, one step at a time. To reach your goal, take the journey with me and we can all unfold. It's the real 504. JT. It's the real.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy getting the real JT504 coming to you with another exclusive video. Before you start this video, please hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification, let your friends and family know about this video, because we are going to be putting out some positive content. Yes, Lord, won't he do it? So today, you know, we've been talking about on a journey, and on a journey can be many things. Not only a weight loss journey, a health move journey. It's a journey mean moving forward. It's me moving forward in life. That's why I started the whole on a journey. Y'all watched my last vlog, y'all see where I came from and what I did, but we're gonna talk about something different today. And what we're talking about today is something that's very helpful. A lot of people are talking about hot shot and brokering, transportation. Well, if you watch my videos, you know I've been in transportation over 32 years. When I got in the accident and got hurt, it's cold. When I got in an accident, I kind of left the trucking alone, and I started a broking firm. And the broking firm has been very successful with the broking, and we've been very successful. But a lot of people want to talk about the brokering and high shots. I'm gonna give you some good clarity of understanding brokering and high shot. I'm gonna break it down for these videos today, and I'm gonna start speaking about transportation. So let's start from high shot. High shots, a lot of people talk about high shots. High shot trucks, box trucks. A lot of people want to get box trucks and run box truck from here to California and from Louisiana to New York. Those trucks are not designed for that. You can make just as much money running your truck local. The shorter the miles is gonna pay the most money. You bid on it and understand it. How do I start a box truck, a broker, a hot shot? How do I start a hot shot company, or how do I start a box truck company, a trucking company? It's simple. Quickest way to start your business is obtaining an EIN number, name of the company. A lot of people say, well, I'll go get my LLC, and I have my LLC. If that's what you want, get your LLC. I started my first business, I didn't start over the LLC. I wanted to make money before I spend money. And that's the name of the business. Before you do anything else, make money before you start spending all the money. Only spend what you need to spend. Once you start making money, that's when you can go ahead and start adding to your company. You want to start off minimal and make the most. So first thing what I would do, obtain a name. Once you get your name, get your EIN number. Call the IRS, get an EIN number. After you get your EIN number, go in start a bank account. You would bring those EIN number, the DBA, get a DBA, go get your bank account. And DBA is doing business as. Get your bank account. Once you get your bank account, you have a bank account with your company name on it. It's not gonna say your name, it's gonna have your company name on it with your EIN number. Now, you wanna start a hot shot business, you want your own authority. There's two kinds of authorities. You got a broker's authority and you got a carrier's authority. The broker's authority is a little bit different. Carrier authorities, here's what you need. Once you go to the Department of Motor Vehicles, you're going to apply for your broker's authority. Once you apply for your carrier's authority. Once you apply for your carrier's authority, they're going to give you 30 days. Most places charge like $600, $650. next one to be your, they can give you about 30 days to put your insurance on it. When you put your insurance on it, most places are, I know most places want 500,000 of cargo, minimum. Depends on what state you're in. But once you put your insurance on your company, that's when your company starts. Once your company starts, your company is still new. A lot of companies, it's not going to take you, but there are companies that will take you, like C.H. Robinson's, different companies that will still take you. I can't think of another one, but I'll put a link in the video to show you. They got a lot of companies that will still take you as a fresh running company. Now you got to think about two things when you want to start your business. First thing of business is right here. Do I want to run my truck out of state? And this going for big trucks or high shot trucks. High shot trucks, I recommend you don't take your truck out of state. Those trucks are not designed good. They don't have sleepers on it. If you want to run a high shot company, you don't have to get an MC number. You can get what is called a DMV number. And the DMV number basically says that you're authorized to run, so you have a US DOT number. US DOT number is basically a number that identifies your name of your company in the database system for the transportation system. A MC number allows you to go across state lines and run. A DMV number allows you to run inside your state. There's other terminologies for it, but I'm giving it to you basic so you can understand it much easier. If you want to run with inside your state, you don't want to go out of town. They got big 18-wheelers or big trucks that have tractors and trailers. They want to just run in state. They don't want to go out of state. Get a DMV number and a US DOT number. That allows you to run inside your state. Now, just say you want to go, like I'm in Texas, so you want to go like Oklahoma, Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, then you can go with MC number. MC number will allow you to run outside your state. But like I said, a lot of companies won't pick you up too much unless you have 3 months, at least 3 months to mature of your company. So, on that note, that's how you become and get your authority. A lot of people think authority is so hard to get. Authority is not hard to get. Authority is really easy to get. Once you have your company name, EIN number, you have authority, you have an MC number or your DMV number, whatever, how you plan on running. Those are the things you need to run a trucking company, all right? So, now, you got your trucking company running. You're getting ready to run. So, your next question is, you got your bank set up because you want to run your bank account because, okay, I got my company set up now because I'm running within, the state of Texas. I'm running out of time, but you want to get paid. Now, there's different ways to get paid. To get paid with a trucking company, you can use 2 ways to get paid. Okay, you can say, okay, well, I can have my money go to my bank account, or I can have my money direct deposit to my bank account. But you want a factoring company. Factoring company, like some people say a factory company. Factory company meaning that the way most trucking companies get paid is every 30 days. Some people pay every 60 days. Some people pay every 90 days. Factory company will give you your money up front. They basically loan you the money up front. That's what basically they're doing, loaning your money up front to you. And when they loan the money up front to you, they just asking for the bill of ladings. Bill of ladings is the bills that you get after you deliver the load and sign and stamp documents. That's what they're gonna give you. You send that back to the company who hires you, and they pay you. Now, how I started off was I didn't get a factoring company. If you want a factoring company, I recommend don't get a factoring company that's gonna lock you in for a year or 2 years or a year. Most factory come on lock in for a year, but don't get a factory come lock in for a year. Find a factory company that's gonna lock in for maybe about month to month. Find companies like that will factory the load for you. They got companies that will pay you for their load, so they'll factory load. So once you run it a certain time a day, you can get a paper to them. They can pay you by the next day or sometime that same day. But they'll factory the load for you. Find companies like that. Those are companies that's much easier to run, get paid, and you're not locked into anything. And that means that you want to run for this company, run for that company. If they're going to pay you for the way they're paying you, just say that you pay your bills to them and they pay you, that's a better way to do it. Now, when you start your trucking company, you want to think about factoring things like this. You want to keep factoring these things in. First thing you want to factor in, what if I catch a flat? How am I going to get fuel? Now, 2 ways to do that. As a company, you can apply for a fuel card. When I first started my trucking company, I started trucking up. I applied for. I started out with the pilot card. I think it was a pilot card. Pilot gear card. They have a maintenance program on it. Come and fix your tires for you. At the same time, they would. I can get fuel at the pilots. Those are places that you can use to help you with your company in case you catch a flat tire, in case you break down. Pilot motion in every state, most everywhere you go. Those are companies that will help you to maintain your trucking company until you get more established and understanding more different fleet networks that you can use when you're out there. And the main thing is, a lot of people set up for a trucking company, and what happens? They go out there and catch their first flat. They don't have enough money to catch a flat. So these are keep fuel in your truck. These will help you. This will help you to have problems if you break down, flat tires, truck problems, whatever. You can pay for that and still make money. All right. So those are things that you can use. All right. Now let's go to our next thing. Next one would be brokering. A lot of people say, well, I want to start brokering. I want my broking company. I'm going to start brokering. All right, so let me try to ease the brokering in. All right, now, my next thing is brokering. Let's talk about brokering system, brokering companies, and how to broker loads. Now, a lot of people saying, I want to go to brokering school and get my broker license, and I want to do brokering work. I want to do this and that for brokering. Brokering is not all that simple. I mean, not that hard. It's not brokering license and nothing. Broker license is, like I said, it's authority. To become a broker, you need authority. So you got, like I said, you got a carrier authority, you got a common carrier authority, you got a broker's authority. All right. This is how simple the broker authority is. Having a broker authority is much easier and simple. So to start brokering, you need to apply for your authority. Go to the Department of Motor Vehicles. Apply for your authority for brokers, right? Now, how that's going to play a key factor is, remember I told you for the trucking, you had to give you 30 days to put your insurance on. You pay insurance monthly. For brokering, the minimum you need to put on there is a $75,000 called surrender bond. Right? You have to put a bond on. It's called surrender bond. Once you put a $75,000 surrender bond on, that activates your brokering license once you get a surrender bond. Now, understanding brokering is the biggest thing here. When you become a broker, you need to have knowledge about transportation. Have knowledge about transportation. The first thing I recommend anybody do who want to become a broker is first thing I do is take hours of service classes. Read up on hours of service. When I say read up on hours of service, I mean read up on how the truck drivers hours of service. When I started driving trucks back in 95, 95 I started driving trucks. When I started driving trucks in 95, we had log books. Now you have electronic logs. So you want to learn about these electronic logbooks. You want to learn about, you want to understand them, how the drivers operate, learn the hours of service. You want to learn all this about the logbooks. Because this is going to teach you how truck drivers operate and how you issue loads to drivers and know that a driver have enough hours to run when he takes a load from you. Once you learn about the hours of service, learn much about the transportation, learn how much fuel is on trucks, learn how much the fuel costs for trucks. Like this, say for instance, a load for brokering is, let's just go to this part right here. So this is hypothetically speaking, it's not accurate. I'm just giving hypothetical. So just say for us a load from here to California came with 20 grand. Let's use that for easy number. On that $20,000, brokering might take 10 of it. All right. He might give it to an agent. An agent is a person that stands between the broker and the receiver, and they just want to know the whereabouts of the load, the dispatch of the load, the whereabouts of the load, how long the driver's going to take, where the driver at, give all information. And that's what the agent does. He dispatch the load and give it out. When you just starting your company out, you don't need an agent. Like I said, remember I say spend less money as possible. Once you give that load to an agent, you're able to sit back and relax and enjoy the wealth and hope the agent do his part, because you gave $5,000 to an agent. That's a lot of money. By the time your driver gets the money, he only made like $5,000. So he's the communicate, see what I'm saying? The broker is basically communicate, he orchestrates the load from the receiver to the shipper and the truck driver. He orchestrates the load. You just starting up your company, you don't need an agent. You just need to become that broker and get a relationship with a company. Now, a lot of people make a lot of statements, pitches and speeches. I work in transportation. Like I said, I've been in transportation for 32 years. I see this often. I don't want all these calls in my office every day about somebody selling me something, because you sound like a basic person who's selling something to you. You don't want a person who's selling stuff. You don't want a salesman. I feel like a salesman call, so you're not ready by being a salesman. You're ready to just block them out what they're trying to say. So, how do we do this? This is how we do it. Figure out what this company is holding. The easiest way to do it. Figure out what the company is holding. Once you figure out what that company is holding, just say that company is holding. You know where that company is going to. All the lanes the company is going, just say Chicago. The easiest way to do all this and work. When I had a speech to give companies, I bet you, I'm being honest with y'all. When I gave a company a speech, I never can get nobody to take on what I'm saying. I had a speech lined up, and it's just like it sounds scripted. The best thing to do to tell a customer how to get some business from them. Hey, my name is Joseph Tate with Decimal Transport LLC. I see that your company is running up to Chicago. I have a driver that comes down from Chicago looking for a backhaul to get back to Chicago. Maybe I can help y'all out with 1 or 2 of them loads to get this driver back home and help y'all out, take the stress off your back. Bam. Simple and plain. And when that happens, they tell me send my credentials over. Once I send my credentials over, the credentials I send over, most of the time it'd be my W-9, my authorized authority. Let's not roll down. My W-9, my authorized authority. Okay, my W-9, my authorized authority, my insurance, which is my bond, things like that of nature. Send them over to them. They send me a lane choice. Once they send me a lane choice, I pick the lane, bid the lane, get the lane, they give me the price of the lane. This is how much they ask for. This is the load they got available. This is the day they get shipped out on the lane. Once the lanes get shipped out, this is okay. It might be shipped out on Tuesday. We got a load coming from just say Texas to Chicago on Tuesday. It's paying up to $5 a mile. So that's when I make my negotiations how much I need to pay a carrier. develop you a bunch of truck drivers who want to work for you. Truck driver who have their own trucks. Hey man, you got your own truck, you got your own authority. Yeah. How long you been running, man? Find your whole book for the truck driver, so you can spend less money as possible. When you spend less money as possible, then you can develop your relationship. You have to put it on DAT boards and different lower boards and things. You have to use all those lower boards. Once you find a whole bunch of truckers, you put all your information out there with your truck drivers. Now you got reefer loads, and that's the biggest thing too. That's the next thing I'll get to you. Try to stick in one lane when you first start off. When I say one lane is, if you want to find reefer loads, stick with reefer companies. I like reefer companies the most, and I pick a lot of reefer companies because the reefer companies pay the most. Because the reason why it's easy to negotiate. The reason why, because they have a perishable date. That means that freight got to go. It cannot sit there and wait. Every day it wait, it's an expiration date. It got to move. It got to move. It got to move. So if they can find somebody to move for a quicker rate, an easier rate, they're gonna use you. That's why I had chose reefers when I started. And guess what? I'm still into reefers. I'm still pulling reefer freight right now. Good other freight too, but reefer freight is always the easier freight to make the most money off reefer freight. All right, so once you get the whole bunch of truckers, all your truckers, you got a whole bunch of truckers out there, right? So now you got a reefer load. You got a guy got a reefer truck. Okay, let's just say Charlie Wap got a reefer load. Charlie Wap got a reefer. He got a reefer truck. Hey, Charlie Wap, well, you want to go to such and such? You pay your truck drivers what you need to pay them. You pay them enough that you know what, that it will cover your overhead. Make sure he get enough so that he want to come back and run for you. You want to take care of your truck. If they ain't got no sleep in the truck, that's why they say a day cab only goes so far. A day cab only go so far because that's what the law permitted to do. Now, if they want to go far, over cross lines and go over 150 miles one way and 150 miles back, whatever they're going, then they have to sleep in it. You ain't got no sleep in them when you go forward. You can make just as much money going 60 miles, 60 miles and making $400-500 a trip. Then you went way out of town. I had one guy that he ran from here to Florida, which I think was over 1,100, 1,200 or something miles. He ran from here to Florida. I had a guy that ran local. That guy told me he made $3,000 going to Florida. But at them $3,000, he spent every bit of $1,200 on fuel, $1,200-1,300 on fuel. So he didn't make $3,000. When I had a guy running local, he made about the same amount for that week. And on that week, I think he told me he spent over $250 on fuel, $250. $250 a day. And that's one thing you have to learn about your truck, how to fuel your truck. You got to know how to calculate your loads and know how many miles you ran to that load. So you ran a load that's going from 300 miles. I'll tell you about it in the next videos, but I'll teach you how to fuel your truck and how much fuel to buy when you get your truck, how to calculate your fuel. To know how to get you there. But once you get there, you got enough fuel to spare so you can turn your truck on. That what happened. Guys calculate their loads too good, too exact, that when they got to the place they got to and they can't get a load out there, the first thing they do is they run out of fuel because they're waiting on the next load. Or you sit somewhere and sitting there waiting on the next load, you run out of fuel. Now, you don't do that. If you sit somewhere for more than a day, you sitting there too long. It's time to leave that place and go to the next place. But you got to learn these black holes, black zones. And these places right there basically help you. These places you got to learn where to run and how to run. Sometimes you go to Florida, like Florida with a dry van. Some people might go to Florida, from here to Florida, paying, I done made up to $6,000 going to Florida when I was driving. But coming out was hard because they couldn't get freight come out hard. But knowing that I had a good system with me, that I got freight coming out of Florida. Freight from out of Florida be on sometimes like 78 cents a mile to $1 a mile. It's no freight, no money coming out there. But you got to learn and develop how to come out these places that you in. And places that you shouldn't go to. When you look for a load, they say I got a load going from here to Georgia. Look at loads coming back from Georgia and understand how they're paying. If they're not paying just as much going out there and not paying just as much coming back, then you know that's not the place to go. Look for the load that's paying good money going there as well as good money coming back. If they're not paying good money to come back, because sometimes they give you, like just say the average load going to Florida might be about four. Let's say I'm gonna give a good price, 4,000, but they're paying 6,000. They know something wrong coming back. It ain't because the dispatcher like you, or the recruiter like you, or the guy at the broker place like you. The load was hard to get rid of, so they had to take a loss to get you there. But once you get there, they ain't worrying about you getting out. So you got to develop yourself as a truck driver and say, you know what, I got to get myself out. This is what I got to do. You got to understand places to go to, black zone. So get on your map and start marking places like, this place is hard to come out. I went to Colorado. Colorado paid good going to Colorado, but it's hard to come out. These are people with sleepers. Those are people who have high shot trucks and daycare trucks and box trucks. You to be finding some local work with that truck. They got places like Home Depot pay good money. Home Depot, Lowe's. Places like these pays good money with trucks. And they short, going back and forth to your airports. Those pay good money and they short loads. And you can be home every day with your family. You want to just take a box truck and go to Georgia. Take a box truck, go to... That truck's not designed to go long like that. And that's where you get stuck at, and that's why you get yourself buried in the hole. Because why? When you get to Florida, you gotta get a hotel room. I'm gonna sleep in my truck. You comfortable sleeping in a big old two-seater truck. You in a high shot truck. I'm gonna sleep in the back of my truck. You gonna sleep in the back of your truck? You gonna use the bathroom? You gonna pee in a cup and keep walking in the truck stop? Those trucks not designed for all that. Make you some money right in your state and keep that lane going and keep looking for money in your state. Don't go out of state with that truck and making no money, because that truck not designed for that. For my next couple of videos, I'm gonna be telling y'all different things and how to do it, and I'm gonna walk y'all through the process. I'll get on the computer, I'll show you some things. When I get to my office, I'll show y'all some different processes of how to start your business. I'll get on the computer and show you what's required for the DOT, what insurance requirements look like, you know, different scenarios like that, what kind of trucks to buy, how much do I need to spend buying a truck, you know, what fuel costs to look for. We can look at different fuel costs on my next videos. These are good things to start a trucking company or a broking company. Transportation, I've been in 32 years. Like I say, on a journey is not just a weight loss journey. When I started on a journey, I was on a journey because I wanted different things to show you that you're not in the same place. You're constantly moving forward in life. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and stay tuned for my other videos, because the next videos I'm gonna be in the office. I'll show you a couple of things I do in my office, how I operate, what I do in the office, how I do it, how I run my fleet, how I do things. You got trucking companies, you got certain brokers that run trucks, and you know, and do the broker work. You got some people concentrate on the broker. But I'll show you in my next videos what I do and how I do it, and let you see what I'm doing so you understand this is what I do. I ain't trying to sell it to y'all, I'm trying to show this to y'all, give it to y'all to understand some things that you can do to make money in the trucking industry. Remember, I'm the real JT 504. Some people call me the truck boss, the transportation king, the trucking dean. I ain't got called all kind of things. I'm the rabbit foot. When I was to go to Florida, they call me the rabbit foot. Cause I used to get loads coming out of Florida. Rabbit foot, boy, you got a rabbit foot. But all these things here, I'm gonna give to y'all out of 32 years of trucking. 2 million miles on a DAT report. I'm gonna give it to y'all. I'm gonna show how I became successful with this. Remember, like, subscribe, turn on your notifications. Remember, things I'm putting out is gonna be some positive content, some great content for those that want to start trucking. Y'all be safe, be careful, and wait for my next video to come out, because my next video gonna be some great ones. And guess what, y'all? I'm out.